Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Eniola Olumilua. Today, I decided to try out meat pie for the first time. Guys, and it was yummy. So I have half kilo of flour, 4 teaspoons of caster sugar, half teaspoon of salt, baking powder, 200 grams of butter, 1 egg, and milk to taste. That's my sugar right in. I added my salt, added my baking powder. That's my baking powder. And I also added my butter. I didn't capture where I was adding the butter, but I did. So I started kneading and kneading and kneading, just, to make sure the whole ingredients rhyme together. I whisked the egg, and I added it to the mixture. I was trying to use this spatula, but it wasn't working for me, so I had to use my hand. I added milk. Please make sure your milk is not too much so that your dough will not be too soft. Just add the right quantity of milk to your mixture. So I used my hand, and this is what I have. I molded it up properly and I wrapped with a cling film. I took it into the refrigerator and it stayed for about 40 minutes before I started to cut. So it's time to make our sauce now. I went into the saucepan with water and onion. Some people like to use oil for their onion, but I used water. It works as well. Here is my minced meat. It's already well rinsed and waiting to be used. Also, I diced some potatoes and carrots. That's all you need to fill your meat pie. So this is the minced meat. It keeps cooking till it turns brown. It changes color from this to like brownish. I thought it wasn't going to be enough for my dough, guys, so I added some burger. After all, meat is meat. Beef, minced meat, and lamb burger. I'll join. So I added my potato. I would advise you, if you want to try this, you make sure your potato goes in first so it cooks nicely. By the way, here I am doing mommy duty. My baby needed to eat. Here I am with my professor, big man, right there in front of a camera as well. He came to check what I was doing. So back into the kitchen. After adding my potato first, I added my carrots and I went in with my favorite seasoning cube. For this quantity of minced meat, I added 2 cubes of seasoning. Okay, so I looked around. I didn't find my rolling pin and I was wondering where could it be. I didn't find it, so I didn't stress. I just used my, what's it called? I rolled properly. I spread it out properly, guys. I used, what's it called? The Tama bottle. You can use a breakable bottle too if you're trying to try this. Like a breakable, all those granite bottles. If you have it at home, you can use it as a roller pin. I added some flour to the surface of my spread out dough so that it's not too soft, to firmen it up a little bit. So here I am with my cereal bowl. I dipped it into the paste, into the dough, and it gave me a perfectly round shape. If you have meat pie cutter, good for you. But I will tell you, I prefer this, this meat pie pattern, doing meat pie like this. The shape that comes out from pressing the edges with a fork, amazing. So I added some water to the edges. You can use egg as well. I didn't just want to make use of too much egg. So I added water to the edge so it sticks together perfectly. That's my sauce on the dough already. I closed it up nicely and I went in on the edges with my fork. Like I said, guys, this is like my best kind of meat pie. I prefer this kind of meat pie to the ones that were made with meat pie cutter. Okay. So it's ready. Guys, you know what they say about play around and find out. I didn't rub egg on my dough because I keep wondering, why do people rub egg on the back of meat pie? I found out, guys, it's dry. It came out dry. Please do not miss that step. Always rub egg on the back of your meat pie. So I decided to use the remaining dough. So I got one egg. I got one egg and rubbed it on the back of the meat pie. Guys, never miss this step. It's like a very important part of making meat pie. Even if you will not add egg to the mixture of your paste, of your pastry, make sure you add egg on the back of the dough. Don't miss it. It makes your meat pie come out shiny and softer. It is the egg actually goes in to make it softer. Look at my meat pie right there. Although it got burnt a little because, like I said, I was doing mommy duties too, and I had to do a couple of other things while I had the meat pie in the oven, but it wasn't burnt like that. It tasted really good. Please comment down below, like my content, share to your friends and loved ones, and subscribe to my channel, please. I beg you. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Stay glued.